Welcome to my first video. So today I decided to recreate a printer's press-on nail set. The set is like a Y2K style, and this will be my very first time trying to style not only the Y2K style but the duck nail shape. So as you can see, I decided to do it myself and they look a little bit wonky, and unfortunately the nail shape looks nothing like the duck nail shape. One is because I did not have already duck nail tips, so I tried to basically file the nails into a duck nail shape from its original shape, which is the straight square nail tips. So that was a bit difficult. I did that off camera. It took me about 20-25 minutes to really try and get the nail shape, and though they're not perfect, I did do my best. So again, this is like beginner friendly because I'm still trying to learn myself, trying to be self-taught, trying to learn how to do my own nails and get better at it, so I don't have to, go to anybody else to do my nails. During this process, I'm going to try and put the reference picture of the press-on set somewhere on screen and keep it up there so you can basically follow along on what I'm doing. Since I'm only doing one hand, I chose only one of the nail sets to do on my hand because I'm not doing both hands. Now for the nail colors that I'm going to be using, it's going to be fairly simple. So I'm using this hot pink, a black, simple white, and then for the natural French tips, I'm going to be using like a nude type color. So after I apply 2 good layers of nail polish on each finger, I'm going to use my small nail dryer and just let that sit. So after that's finished, I'm going to set my nail dryer aside, and then I think this is going to be the 3rd coat that I'm going to apply over my nail, just to make it a little bit darker because I can kind of still see like a few open spots. So I'm going to apply a 3rd layer of black on my middle finger, and then another layer of white on my pinky finger, and then I'm going to let that dry. As you can see, I dropped some nail polish on my hand. When I do my nail polish, it can get very messy, as you can see. That's why I keep my nail polish remover and my Q-tips handy, so it gets the job done. I'm allowing my nails for the 3rd time to set underneath the nail dryer. I kind of sped this part up and cut it mostly because you get the gist of what I'm doing. And plus, at the same time, the nail dryer I have is a bit smaller, so of course I can't fit my whole hand under there. So this is the nude type nail polish color that I'm using. I don't know the exact color. Like I said, everything that I'm using in this video, I will put the names of it as best I can in the description. So I'm just gonna apply maybe a layer or 2 of this nude type nail polish color on my index finger and my ring finger to prepare to make the French tips. So I didn't mention it before, but the length in the reference picture versus the length that I'm actually doing my hands is very different. The reference picture is a lot shorter, but I didn't want to do a short set. I wanted to do, a normal medium type length, so that's what I wanted to go with. After applying both of those layers, I'm going to let that sit underneath the nail dryer before it starts to get to my favorite part, which is the nail design. So as a beginner, and of course being self-taught, I'm working with what I'm working with tools at home to really accommodate this. So I use this little makeup lid. Oh my gosh. So this is basically an old makeup lid, and as you can tell, I've been using it to hold my nail polish when I'm going in with designs. It's very convenient, again, especially if you are trying to do your nails at home like I am on a budget, and also if you just can't afford to have one of those I don't know, I see the other nail techs, actual nail techs, have them pretty like marble palettes. That's what they put their nail polish or whatever on. But again, it doesn't matter because it gets the job done. So I'm going in with the hot pink. If you look at the picture, I'm doing the ring finger. So I'm going in with my hot pink, and I'm just using this on the French tip. Now it's not perfect, of course, there's always room to improve, but I really like this set. I really did. It's just the whole process that I'm just really excited and really happy about. Don't be discouraged with, if you're not really happy with how your nails are turning out. Just keep practicing, just keep going, because eventually you're going to get better. Your nails are actually going to start turning out how they're coming out in your mind, because it can be a little bit discouraging at first when you picture them coming out so beautifully in your mind, and then when you're actually doing it, they don't turn out that well. But again, it's the practice and it's the process. So not only is that light pink color going to be used as the star design, but it's also going to be the base for the French tip on my index finger. So after that, I'm going in again with a third layer on the French tip index fingernail, hot pink on my ring finger. So what I'm doing here is really just going back in with that nude color, because when I was adding another coat on the French tips, I kind of messed up a little bit. I messed up like that U-type line, so I'm just going in and trying to fix that a little bit. I didn't really like how it was looking, so I went in again and just added a little bit more touches by raising the sides of the French tip up just a little bit higher. Now, in order to make the star design, I'm going to go back in with that light pink that I used on my index French tip. Nail upside down, facing me to try and get the star as best as possible. It still unfortunately turned out pretty wonky. I don't know why. It's just easier to, I guess, do a star on pencil and paper, but I did the best I can. And this isn't naturally how I would draw a star, so that's another reason why I kind of messed up, because I don't draw a star like this. I do it the whole line way, like I'm starting from the bottom diagonally up, then I diagonally down. I don't know if I'm even explaining it right, but doing the star with the lines going in the middle, not just drawing them outside, because that's why my star looked so ugly like this. But I ended up going back and fixing it anyway. Now I'm doing the white on black star design, and this time I'm trying to make sure I actually take my time to make sure the stars come out pretty decent. I still didn't do it the way that I know how, so the stars look perfect, but again, I decided to do the outline before filling it in. Or how I go back and fix the stars to make them look more even, I'm going in with the base color that I put on the nail for this black and just going in and cleaning up that extra. Literally, the angles of the star shape is looking a little bit too thick, so I need to go back and define it. Moving on to the black on white star design, which is the pinky finger I'm working on right now. I feel like these stars turned out just a little bit better because the nail is a little bit smaller, so I didn't have to make the star that big. It turned out really well. Now I'm going in with that same black color for the zebra print design on my ring finger. So as you can see, okay, I'm doing a little bit of self-criticism here. I really could have did better with making my lines. I made them too thick and way too stiff lined. Like the lines in the reference picture, they're actually a little bit longer and they're swayed down and a little bit up. Like they're not going straight like a dashed line. So again, for my own future reference and making mistakes, if I were to do a zebra print design on my nails again, I will try doing better. Moving on to the cheetah print design, I went in with that same hot pink color and just made small circular dots around the nails, spacing them out a little bit before I actually go in with the black and make those tiny black dots. A little bit outlining, not making a full circle around the dots that I made, but just tiny dashes on top and the bottom, and alternating between thick and thin lines, and then filling in those extra spaces with tinier black dots. So here I was going a little bit in and out of frame because my camera was shaking a little bit, but you'll see when my nail does go back in frame how it looks, and I think it looks really good. So I'm going back to the thumbnail, which I did first. I don't know why I didn't do it then, but I'm cleaning up the stars now on my thumbnail. I'm going in with the base color again, and I'm also making the star color more defined by adding another simple layer of light pink and then outlining the star and fixing it up and defining it more by adding some hot pink. We are finally approaching the end where I'm getting my gems, because in the pictures there's just a few gems that are added, but I'm going to go in with some top coat on each of my fingers to give it that shine, and I'm using super dry obviously, but I'll put it in the description as well. And I'm gonna let that dry underneath the nail dryer before I go in with the gems as the final touches. So I'm just using 3 simple tools. Of course, I have my gems. I have my rhinestone gem glue that I got off Amazon. I have my ballpoint pen. I think I got that from Temu. I don't know, but that's what she used to set the charms. I'm using that, and I'm just applying the nail glue in the areas where I'm going to place the gem. And the very last step, I use my UV lamp and just set my finger under there for just, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and just move my finger around so it just sets. Didn't take me long, and this is the final look. I really enjoyed doing this set, and I'm really looking forward to doing more content on my nail journey and trying out more nail designs using polish only. Like and subscribe if you would like to see more nail content on this channel. Bye, lovelies.